Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be learning about JavaScript arithmetic operators. So what are operators? Operators can be seen as symbols that perform an action on an operand. So what's an operand? An operand can just be can be seen as arithmetic numbers, right? So we know all these symbols. We know plus, we know subtraction, we know multiplication. We've heard of division. I know the one that may be new is modulus. Exponentiation, I think we are familiar with that. Raised to the power, and we also have the increment and the decrement. So let me open my console and see, so I will see how it works in practice. So addition is just similar. We can add 2 or 10 plus 2. The total will give us this. We can do the same thing for subtraction, minus 3. We can see do that for multiplication. We use the asterisk sign to signify when we are multiplying. We can see that. Then for division, we can use the division sign. So you can see when you divide, the forward slash signify the division. For modulus has to do with remainder. Modulus has to do with remainder. And let's take a look at this example. If I provide 10 modulus, that's the symbol for modulus. It will give us the remainder 10 modulus 3. That means that 3 will go in 10 how many times? It will go in 10 3 times, remaining 1. So it will always give us the remainder of the number. Can we try another one? Let's try 4. The remainder is 2 because 4 will go in 10 how many times? It will go in 10 2 times and it will remain 2. What of 5? 5 will actually go into in 10 twice without giving us a remainder. And modulus is very, very important in JavaScript. We use it to identify even numbers and odd numbers. It's very important. So another one is explanation. So it's connoted by 2 asterisk. So what does that mean? That means 10 raised to power of 2. 10 raised to power of 2. If we do 3 4, so 10 raised to power of 4, we can use smaller number to just signify it more. That means 2 raised to the power of 2 is still almost the same thing as doing this, right? Let me use my script here now. It's similar to doing this. Where is the Okay, I wrote it here, right? So it is similar to doing this. Math dot power, then we'll provide the 2 value. It will still give us the same answer. So math is registered inside. We can just let me use the terminal here. Math dot power bracket 2 comma 2. Okay, math is not defined here. Let's clear our screen. Okay, I think it's case sensitive. Yes, it's case sensitive. So math is inbuilt inside it. So you can see we can just choose to use any one. If we either want to use this style of just doing it direct, so it's still going to give you the same thing. So finally, let's talk about increment and decrement. So I will use this to explain this concept. So let me comment this out. I want to comment this out and let me go down. So increment operator, is connoted by increment is connoted by two double sign, while the decrement is connoted by two negative sign. So increment is the addition of one single value. For example, we may declare a variable like let a equals to 2. That's the first value, right? We initialize it, right? Then we may later on say a, we declare another variable, say let b equals to a plus plus. What this actually means is, I have to go down a little bit so you can see. So what this actually means, using comments now, what this actually means is a, this is the value of a, right? A is equals to 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1. So whenever you see plus plus, it's mean telling you that you are adding a value of 1. You are adding a value of 1. So the same thing goes like this when you change it to the reverse and to the opposite. Sorry, we said we declare another different variable d, and we assign it to, then we say equals to c minus minus. So what does this signify? It means we are actually decreasing the value. Now c, the current value of c will be 3, right? So now the current value of d will be 3 minus 1, which is equals to what? 2. So this is the decrement and the increment operator. And under the decrement and the increment operator, we have the post decrement, which I was doing here. We also have the pre decrement. The same way, you can see all these things. So along the line, in the course of this course, we'll be learning more about them, and we'll be using them when we introduce for loop and some other stuffs along the line. We will learn more about them. So that will be all for this concerning the JavaScript arithmetic operators. We've mentioned the basically all the operators which we are familiar with. We've mentioned the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, the division. So the new one, which may be some of us may not be familiar with, is this one called modulus, or the remainder, then the increment and the decrement. So these are the operators that are available, the arithmetic operators that are available in JS. We'll be talking about other operators that are available in our next coming video. Bye for now.